Choosing the best motherboard for your gaming PC is usually a lower priority than finding the most advanced graphics cards and processors you can purchase. Nevertheless, your motherboard is arguably just as, if not even more, significant because it connects each of your components. This vital component also determines how briskly your gaming PC can work and how far you can overclock your components. With all this in mind, we've prepared a list of the best gaming motherboards on the market. As always, links to the products will be given in the description below, and for more information and the latest pricing, be sure to check that out. The ROG Maximus XI Code presents a cutting-edge performance in true gamer style, combining the distinctive design of ROG Armor with total system cooling control with dedicated heat and flow headers. Highlighting premium components, 4 M.2 slots, high-speed memory support, onboard 5G Ethernet, multiple fan headers, Sync RGB lighting, and more, the Maximus XI Extreme gives not only performance, but efficient, reliable operations. This motherboard will fit in EATX-sized cases, supports the LGA1151 socket, the Intel Z390 chipset, and it's cooperative with Windows 10 64-bit. For producing sharp, bright graphics, this motherboard supports Intel UHD graphics with one HDMI 1.4B output that supports the highest resolution of 4096 by 2160 at 30 Hz. For users in search to take advantage of multiple GPUs, the Maximus XI Extreme supports NVIDIA 2-way SLI and AMD 3-way Crossfire X technologies. The X570 AORUS Elite AM4 ATX motherboard of Gigabyte is made on an AMD X570 chipset, supporting second and third generation AMD Ryzen processors with an AM4 socket. It has 4 memory openings for up to 128GB of dual-channel DDR4 RAM, which can be overclocked to up to 4000 MHz. For storage, it's provided with 6 SATA III ports and 2 M.2 slots. This motherboard is outfitted with a PCIe 4.0 X16 slot for a graphics card. The Realtek ALC1200 codec produces 7.1 channel HD audio. With durability in mind, Gigabyte presents a thermal solution for M.2 SSD devices. The M.2 thermal guard intercepts throttling and bottlenecks from high-speed M.2 SSDs as it benefits to dissipate heat before it ever becomes an issue. It uses a 12-star plus 2 phases digital CPU power design, which includes both digital PWM controller and DRMOS. The MSI MPG X570 motherboard is created on the AMD X570 chipset, supporting second and third generation AMD Ryzen processors by an AM4 socket. It has 4 memory slots for up to 128GB of dual-channel DDR4 RAM, which can be overclocked to up to 2666 MHz. For storage, it's provided with 6 SATA III ports and 2 M.2 slots. There are 2 PCIe 4.0 X16 slots for graphics cards and 3 PCIe 3.0 X1 slots for other PCI-based hardware. Other combined features include Realtek 8111H Gigabit Ethernet and Realtek ALC 1220 7.1 channel HD audio. It is created around 3rd generation AMD Ryzen 3000 series processors. Along with multiple enhancements, its most noteworthy one is the extension of PCIe 4.0. PCIe 4.0 has roughly double the bandwidth of PCIe 3.0, which is useful for graphics cards, NVMe drives, networking devices, and more. Powered completely by 8th and 9th generation Intel Core, Pentium Gold, and Celeron processors, the Republic of Gamers Strix Z390-E Gaming LGA 1151 ATX motherboard of Asus amps the power delivery and pipes a full set of cooling options to tame Intel CPUs. Together with a wealth of improvements, including one-click optimization, USB 3.1, Gen 2, Type A and Type C connectivity, onboard illumination, and more, the ROG Strix Z390-E Gaming makes a formidable foundation for gaming builds. This motherboard is intended to fit in ATX-sized cases, supports the LGA 1151 socket, the Intel Z390 chipset, and is agreeable with Windows 10 64-bit. With extensive cooling options and enhanced power delivery to fuel CPUs with more cores, plus support for more active memory and storage, The ROG Strix Z390-E Gaming presents the essentials that you need to harness the full potential of components in your build for effective gaming performance. The MEG Z390 ACE LGA 1151 ATX motherboard of MSI is made on the Intel Z390 chipset with an LGA 1151 socket created for 8th and 9th generation Intel Core, Pentium Gold, and Celeron processors. It's decorated with 4 DDR4 memory slots that support a max of 64 GB of 4500 MHz RAM, 3 PCIe 3.0 x1 slots, 3 PCIe 3.0 x16 slots, 6 SATA III ports, and 3 M.2 slots. With 3 PCIe 3.0 x16 extension slots, this motherboard can be utilized for 2-way NVIDIA SLI or 3-way AMD Crossfire setups. For storage, the M.2 slots support up to PCIe 3.0 x4 speeds and Intel Optane memory for swift data transfer. Please note that you should update the drivers and BIOS to the most advanced version before utilizing Intel Optane memory. Other combined features include multiple fan connectors, USB ports, 802.11 AC Wi-Fi, killer gigabit LAN, Bluetooth 5.0, and Realtek ALC 1220 7.1 channel audio. The Asus Republic of Gamers Strix X570 Gaming AM4 ATX motherboard is created on the AMD X570 chipset, supporting 2nd and 3rd generation AMD Ryzen processors with an AM4 socket. It has 4 memory slots for up to 128 GB of dual-channel DDR4 RAM, which can be overclocked up to 4400 MHz. For storage, it's outfitted with 8 SATA III ports and 2 M.2 slots. There are 3 PCIe 4.0 x16 slots for graphics cards and 2 PCIe 4.0 x1 slots for other PCI-based hardware. Other combined characteristics include Intel i211-AT Gigabit Ethernet, Realtek RTL8125-CG 2.5 GBE Ethernet, Bluetooth 5.0, Intel AX200 802.11 AX Wi-Fi, and Supreme FX S1220 8-channel HD audio. The AMD X570 chipset is created around 3rd generation AMD Ryzen 3000 series processors. Along with multiple enhancements, its most remarkable one is the extension of PCIe 4.0. PCIe 4.0 has roughly double the bandwidth of PCIe 3.0, which is useful for graphics cards, NVMe drives, networking devices, and more. Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, then hit the like button and subscribe to our channel if you loved it. Take a moment to hit the bell icon so you'll get notified of all our new latest uploads.